culture.
Monopoly is not on this list because Monopoly can absolutely go f*** itself. The overly long destroyer of friendships where who's going to win is obvious half an hour before the game f***ing ends. Sorry about that, we really like board games at What Culture, so much so that we've made our own. It's a trivia game about all aspects of pop culture, written by the team and available from our store at shop.whatculture.com. Give it a look. But enough naked shilling, the release of the game gives us an opportunity to run down our favourite board games. None of these are too heavy, and look, we're bound to miss out a classic or two. For example, we're not huge fans of Deck Builder, so Dominion isn't on here, and most people love that. So instead, see this as hopefully a great starter list for anyone looking to get into the incredibly sexy hobby of board gaming. I'm Adam from whatculture.com, and here are 10 fantastic board games you need to play. Number 10, Settlers of Catan. Chances are, even if your board gaming has never extended beyond Cluedo, you've heard of Settlers of Catan. It's an agricultural trading and resource gathering game with the word settle built right into the title. The boards are random honeycomb of spaces that generate materials randomly via dice rolls. You need to collect materials to build roads and settlements, and to get everything, you're going to have to negotiate with each other. And that's the joyful heart of Catan, where you're on the cusp of building a vital city, but you don't have any grain, and the only guy with grain is Marcus, and he wants 3 loads of ore for 1 grain, and that is taking the absolute piss. F*** you, Marcus. F*** you, Marcus. It's a game that's been around for 20 years now, for good reason. It's simple enough for anyone to try it, but with enough strategic depth to keep people coming back for more. Number 9, Tsuro. When a lot of people think of board games, what puts a lot of people off is the time investment. Scrabble, Monopoly, Trivial Pursuit all have the tendency to go on forever. That's where games like Tsuro come in. Tsuro takes about 15 minutes, and it's a brilliant 15 minutes. The board is a grid upon which you place square tiles, all of which have pathways on them. These tiles gradually join up, creating a load of roads that your pieces have to follow, with everyone playing tiles close to each other. The aim is simply to survive and not find yourself on a path that'll lead you off the board. It's dead simple, quick, and very addictive, and with plenty of opportunity to screw over someone like Marcus, who still owes you 12 quid for pizza from last game night. F*** you, Marcus. Off the board you go. Number 8, Dead of Winter. Zombie-themed board games are, pun definitely intended, a bit of a plague, but if you're going to own one, make it this one. This is a game with a lot going on, but you get invested in it. You're a group of survivors holed up in a colony while the undead multiply at your door. Every round you're dealing with a crisis, a lack of food or fuel or something, so you need to explore and gather resources, and that is unbelievably stressful. Not least because one of you might be a secret traitor working to sabotage the group's efforts. After all, you need food to survive the month, and someone has been putting trash in with the reserves, and you just know that Marcus is sitting on 5 cans of sausages and beans. You are nothing, Marcus. You are a nothing person. It's crammed full of great storytelling too, forcing players to make insanely stressful choices and fostering a genuine sense of survival against the odds and paranoia. Number 7, Ticket to Ride. When it comes to board games that everyone knows, you think of Monopoly, Scrabble, or chess. When it comes to board games that every board gamer knows, that's Ticket to Ride. It's a legitimate phenomenon, selling over 3 million physical copies worldwide, and many have praised it as helping to bring unparalleled mainstream attention to board gaming. It's about trains and collecting cards so that you can create routes between cities. It's simple and therefore a great introductory game for new fans, but it can also be brutal as balls. For example, when some human stain, like Marcus, nabs a tiny section of track blocking your route from LA to Miami. God damn you, Marcus. God damn you to the sulphurous pit. Number 6, Spyfall. Another incredibly quick one now. Individual rounds of Spyfall actually last a maximum of 4 minutes, and it's up to you how many rounds you want to play, so you're never going to get tired of it. It's a social deduction game with hidden spies who have to be rooted out, like in The Resistance or Werewolf or Mafia. Non-gamers might have heard of those, and this is better than all of those. A hand of cards gets shuffled out. All but one of those cards will have the same location on them, like a beach or a supermarket, an amusement park, or a submarine. One of the cards, however, is the spy card. The spy has to work out where they are. Everyone else has to work out who the spy is. They do this by asking each other vague, but not too vague, questions, such as, Marcus, do you find it claustrophobic working here? And if he says yes, you say, haha, you idiot, Marcus, we're at the beach. What do you mean claustrophobic, you spy, you stupid f***ing spy? Your father f***ing hates you. It's a great game. Number 5, Camel Up. Horse racing, but with camels, and oh my god, it's so much more exciting than that could possibly make it sound. Camel Up is a game about betting on which of 5 camels is going to win a race, and I can understand it frustrating a lot of people because the positions of those camels changes completely every few moves. But the way it happens is so surprising and delightful that it doesn't matter. See, camels who occupy the same space on the racetrack stack on top of each other. Camels on top of other camels move normally, but camels underneath other camels carry the camels on top of them with them as they move. Now look, I understand that's difficult difficult to wrap your head around from just the description, and I also realized that I've said the word camels way too much in the last minute, but Camel Up is just so damn good. Honestly, I've never heard so many people make the sound "whoa" so much in one board game as I have in Camel Up. Number 4, Cosmic Encounter. There's a certain subset of board gamers who have just closed this video because Cosmic Encounter isn't number 1. I understand those people. See, Cosmic Encounter has been around since 1977 and has been in the Academy of Adventure Gaming Art and Design's Hall of Fame for just under 20 years. It's a big deal. It's a game about space conquest between alien races involving negotiation and forming fragile alliances, but what makes Cosmic special is that each alien race, and you start with a base number of 50, each has a special power which very slightly breaks the game's rules. What this means is every time you play, everyone will have different aliens, so you have a unique cocktail of weird rules that you have to navigate, meaning every game you play is drastically different in terms of power dynamics, strategy, how much of a copper-bottomed cock helmet Marcus is going to be. It's not the friendliest game to new players, but in terms of classics, Cosmic is still the king. Number 3, Mysterium. This is a new game, but it's f***ing cracking. It's a deduction sort of solve the murder game like Cluedo, but with an absolute genius twist. On the table in front of the players are loads of suspects, locations, and murder weapons. Each player has their own group of 1 suspect, 1 location, and 1 weapon to find, and they have to be led there by the ghost. Ooh, oh, you, I'm having fun. One player is a ghost and then silently gives all of the other players ghost cards to try and lead them to their suspect location or weapon. These cards have beautiful abstract art on them, and the players must try and work out what the ghost is trying to tell them with each card they're given. And the cards are gorgeous. They're like mini paintings, each one of them. Now, this card, for example, has food on it, so maybe my suspect is the cook. Or is it that the card has a lot of blue on it and that links up with the Scottish suspect? It's proper deduction with a social and psychological aspect that's fun in a way that Cluedo will never match. Number 2, Risk Legacy. You've probably heard of Risk, the game of map-based conquest, dice rolling, and desperately trying and failing to kick Marcus out of Australia. Risk is alright, takes a bit too long. Risk Legacy, on the other hand, is a flash of utter engineering genius. What they did was take Risk and make it so that what happened in each game carries over to the next one. Cards could get ripped up, secret extra rules get revealed between games, the board gets altered, and suddenly something you did 6 games ago comes back to drastically alter your strategy. It's mad and wonderful and the most innovative mechanic to hit board games in goddamn decades. You and the same group of friends play every game, and while there's only a limited number of times you can play it, 15 in fact, the journey that you will go on, the empires, alliances, stories you'll build over those 15 games will be unlike anything you have played before. And number 1, Pandemic. This is the only game that I can safely say should be in every single gaming collection. It's unbelievably good. No other game takes someone from never having played a hobby game before to holy f***, how are we getting out of this? It's a cooperative game where 4 players team up to find cures for 4 diseases that are spreading across the world map. Each player has a special ability and everyone has to work together, communicate, strategize, make plans, and then a card gets turned over, an epidemic happens, and well, all your plans don't mean now, cowboy! It's possibly the tensest, most exciting game ever made. You genuinely feel like you're keeping dozens of plates spinning and breeds proper cooperation between a group. Even Marcus, even that piece of human becomes a vital and beloved part of the fight against viral Armageddon.
Aber wenn Sie, meine Herren, glauben, dass ich deswegen Berlin verlasse, irren Sie sich gewaltig. Eher jage ich mir eine Kugel durch den Kopf.
Without hyperbole, no victory feels as sweet as a Pandemic victory, and to make it even better, they've just brought out a version called Pandemic Legacy. Remember Risk Legacy? That, but with outbreaks permanently changing the board from game to game, viruses mutating, it's beautiful. God, board games are great. And that's our list. Did we miss any out? Tell us about it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter here. I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and I'll see you soon.